Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for December 21st, 2011, the first day of winter. And of course, it is the shortest day of the year with the sunset around 4:30 or so. So it's going to be a bit dark out there already, and you throw the overcast skies and rain, and it's going to be a bit dreary. But the good news is that there is no frozen precipitation. Why? Well, it is 6:59 a.m. in the morning, and temperatures range from the upper 30s to the lower 50s. Clearly not supportive for any type of frozen precipitation, especially snow. So, what can we expect for today? Well, the good news is that it's actually going to get warmer, but unfortunately, it's also going to get wetter. We have plenty of rainfall approaching from the west, as you can see. Now, the heaviest rainfall is still over the Ohio River Valley. I'm expecting this rainfall to reach the New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan area later this morning into the mid-afternoon hours. That's when the heaviest rainfall should move through. And then as we move into the evening rush hour, that rainfall will start to taper off, but there still will be delays from the moderate to heavy rainfall throughout the northern mid-Atlantic. So unfortunately, we're going to be dealing with a raw, wet day. The good news is that temperatures will be on the rise. When we look at the infrared satellite picture, you can see our warm front is starting to move to the north, and to the south of this warm front, temperatures are going to rise into the lower to mid 50s over the interior and mid to upper 50s along the coast. I wouldn't be surprised if, let's say, Atlantic City, New Jersey, or even the southern suburbs of Philadelphia push into the lower 60s ahead of this cold front that will be moving through the region later on this evening. So this low pressure system that once produced a rather impressive blizzard over portions of Oklahoma and Kansas will drive towards the eastern Great Lakes and then towards New England tonight. So the warm front will lift north and east with moderate to heavy rainfall. The cold front will follow this afternoon and this evening. And then thereafter, then we get really interesting for this weekend. So let's take a look at the model guidance. I'm using the European model guidance once again. Now, I want to stress something very, very carefully here. This pattern is in no way, shape, or form like last year's, which means that even though there has been a potential for a storm along the East Coast for Christmas, that does not mean it's going to be snow. And I'll explain why. So here we are this evening. Our low pressure system is moving towards the Great Lakes. Our high pressure system is giving away. Here's our cold front this evening. Showers will be lingering but will be leaving. By tomorrow, we have high pressure building in briefly, producing some tranquil weather conditions for a short time through tomorrow afternoon. But we have another area low pressure approaching. This area low pressure will track towards the New Jersey coastal waters, but again, temperatures will remain relatively too warm to support any type of frozen precipitation for tomorrow night into Friday morning. So when we look at Friday evening, you can see that low pressure system exits. Now, for portions of the interior, let's say above 1,000 feet, some snow could mix with the rain, but I'm not expecting much of any accumulation. Could be a little bit of accumulation on, let's say, some cold surfaces and some grass as its low pressure system exits, but I don't expect any significant accumulation whatsoever with that low pressure system. Now, as we move into the weekend, now this is where it gets interesting, right? Now you're thinking, okay, high pressure to the north, some cold air is in place, we have a disturbance over the southern plains that is tracking towards the east coast. This could lead to an interesting environment here for a winter storm. But no, the reason why is that you don't have a upper level low to the east of the Canadian Maritimes. It's what's called a negative NAO pattern. Instead, what we have is a raging positive NAO pattern with the polar vortex well to the north over northern Canada. This pattern is not conducive for winter storms, snowfall, or anything of the sort. By the way, because of this upper level pattern, our high pressure system is well to the north and east, to the north and east of Maine, which means that we're going to have an easterly wind along the coast. And oh, by the way, because the timing of the polar jet stream is faster than that of the subtropical jet stream, which is this one down here, well, we're not really getting much in the way of a phasing couplet or a, let's say, coming together all the pieces to develop a storm. As a result, on Christmas, what we end up with is a weak area low pressure with an easterly wind along the coast, which means rain, possibly mixing with a little bit of snow at the very end. Not a major storm, mostly rain and snow showers here. Again, not a major storm for Christmas. What you would need is for this disturbance and this disturbance to become one disturbance off the East Coast and slow down enough to develop a powerful storm and lock this high pressure in. In short, you would need a completely different upper level pattern. So, no, this does not look like the year where we're going to have another major winter storm. But to be honest for you, most Christmases I've spent in New Jersey usually don't have major winter storms around Christmas. So I'd say about maybe 85% of the winters I've spent in New Jersey, going back to 30 years, have not featured a major winter storm before or during Christmas. So this isn't exactly an unusual event. It's just pretty much par for the course. Moving in towards next week, high pressure will be in control with tranquil weather conditions and a continuation of the rather progressive weather pattern in place. So that is your morning forecast discussion. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Have a wonderful and safe day today. Again, you can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com or nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. Stay safe out there.